Hi, Sag. This is your reading for the time period of November 1st to November 18th, 2019. For those of you who are new to my channel or just visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork, okay? If you have always been here, thank you so much for your ongoing love and support, all right? So we are going into Scorpio season. Let's see what energies are coming through for you for the first half of November. I already get something about Aries already, all right? Okay. Something's going on with somebody's mail. All right, Sag. The Four of Pentacles energy is underneath, but I save. So the Four of Pentacles is that you save money. It could be related to Earth sign, but their money. So if it's not only your money, you also save Earth sign energies money, like Capricorns and Virgos and whatever Earth sign, Taurus elements there, but doesn't know. So when I hit Taurus, they don't know that you have a portion of their money. I get dispersed. The Taurus doesn't know you have a portion of your money. A Taurus doesn't know that you have a portion of their money that you disperse, or it's also Capricorns. So when I said that, it's also Capricorn. So you also do something like with Aquarian. You also do something like that with a Capricorn and a Taurus element's money, or just the Capricorn energy's money, but Aquarian asks you to do that. So when I said that, the Aquarian asks you to do that, or the Aquarian energy helps you with that. So it could be business deals and things, but dispersing business deals and things of that nature. It has a lot to do with dispersing. Taxes could be involved in that as well. Anytime you see Pentacles energy, you're dealing with finances. But I saved my money. So when I ran on that note, I saved my money, but you may disperse Earth signs. You may save your money, but you disperse the Earth sign energy's money. So you disperse a Taurus, but I also get mail. So when I hit Taurus, you also do something really interesting with those elements mail. So it could be their mailing address. Aquarian helps you. It could be their mailing address, and but I need to find their mailing address. You need their mailing address. You need to find. The Aquarian energy helps you pinpoint where somebody's address is. So the Aquarian energy helps you pinpoint where somebody's mailing address is, but their real one. So when I said that, it has something to do with the Earth sign energy's real mailing address. But I know that. So you know somebody's real mailing address. You may or may not know, but Aquarian helping you. So you may or may not know the Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, whatever, whichever Earth sign. I keep getting their real mailing address. You may or may not know their real mailing address, and the Aquarian energy is trying to help you pinpoint where their real mailing address is with this feeling, or it's just if it's not their real one, then it's just their main one that they use, but have multiple. So those elements have multiple mailing addresses, and that could be why you're doing research, or that could be why you need the Aquarian energy to do research into that. But how do they find? So when I said how do they find someone's real address? How do they find where someone really lives? But they don't even live where they don't even live. Okay, either it's the Earth sign or the Aquarian. So either one of those elements, they don't even live. Okay, they don't live where their mail goes. When I hit that, I said the Aquarian. So the Aquarian energy doesn't live. Okay, where the Aquarian energy lives, their mail doesn't come. Or it does or it does not. Where the Aquarian energy lives, their mail doesn't come. Or the Aquarian energy lives somewhere, mail goes somewhere else. The Aquarian energy lives in one situation, but their mail goes somewhere else. Or that same kind of situation, that same kind of situation, the Capricorn energy may have, but not really the Taurus. The Capricorn has that, but not so much the Taurus has that kind of situation, or the Taurus may not really need. The Taurus may not need, but I keep their mail. So the Taurus may not really need to do that because you keep their mail, or you keep the Capricorn energy's mail, or something's going on with them. But they live at a different address from where their mail goes. But you know that yourself, but singular by yourself, or they may have shared that they did not share that with you, or it's the Aquarian energy that you hooked up to figure out. I keep getting real mailing address. It's the Aquarian energy that you hooked up to figure out where the real mailing address is. So if they never told you, if the Earth sign energy never told you where the real mailing address is, then that could be why you're using the Aquarian, or that could be something that the Earth sign energies already shared with you on their own without you having to ask for that. So this depends on what's going on, but it has a lot to do with mailing something out. It has a lot to do with protecting funds that you make with Aquarian. It has to do with protecting funds that you make with the Aquarian, or it has something to do with dispersing the Capricorn energy or the Taurus, whichever one of those are dispersing their fund to Aquarian, dispersing their funds to an Aquarian. So this could be a situation here where you may have part of a Capricorn energy's money for whatever reason. You may have part of their taxes, or you just have part of their money. They could have willingly left part of their money with you, but you using it. they willingly left parts of their money with you, but you're using it. But if it's not that, then they may have given you somehow you just have it. Somehow you just have access because of an account. You just have access to the Capricorn or the Taurus. You just have access to those element or Virgo. You just have access to the Earth sign energies account, but took out part of their money. So when I said that they could have taken out part of their money, yes, or you yourself could have taken out part of asked another Sag to do that. So when I said you may have asked another external Sagittarian energy to do that, or an Aries, we're in a business deal. So when I said it is we're in a business deal there. Okay, so the reason for that is to give to the Aquarian, or it keeps asking. So when I said that, the Aquarian energy keeps asking, but they may make their own money, but make very little. They may make their own money, but they make very little. And that could be an external Sag. That could be why you're doing business with that element and an external Sag with dispersing somebody's funds. But the only reason, okay, this is a situation here where there's more than one account. There could be one account for business. There could be one account that is personal, that in Capricorn's name. There's one account for business, there's one account for personal, but it's in the Capricorn energy's name, and you're trying to hook up an Aquarian, or you're trying to ask an external password for that. You're trying to ask an external Sag for the password for that, or that could be what the Aquarian energy is used for, but they don't know how to do. So using the Aquarian for that, they don't know how to do that. But the money is for them, or the part of that money is for them. Because the reason why you're paying them, keep something quiet. The reason why you're paying them with part of someone's money is the whole reason for you doing that is to keep them quiet. For whatever reason, they need to be kept quiet, whatever. The starting point has the Libra energy here, justice, what you're doing. The justice energy is what you're doing. If it's not anything like that, the justice energy being here, it could literally be the sign of Libra that's tied to a Taurus. The sign of Libra is tied to a Taurus, or a Libra. A Libra could be tied to a Capricorn energy as well. Works for government. So the Libra that is tied to a Capricorn that you're dispersing the money, Aquarian knows them. So when I said that, an Aquarian energy knows a Libra that a Capricorn energy is tied to, and you have some type of connection to the Capricorn energy's funds, but this energy knows that you open up. This energy knows that if it's a Libra, they know that you open up a secretive account in the Capricorn energy's name and put money in that account. The Libra knows that, but this Libra is already tied to an Aquarian. This Libra that you're dealing with here, they're already tied to the Capricorn energy and the Aquarian. I didn't see, I didn't know. So when I said it, I didn't see or I didn't know, but you're a business partner. So you have a business partner. You have a business partner that helping another business partner. You have one business partner that something is going on with you, being really oblivious to a business partner helping an external that you don't really see. You have one business partner that they secretively help. You have one business partner that secretively helps another business partner that you're taking their money, that you have accounts open up in their names and things of that nature. This protects that business partner. This Libra that is a business partner, or they're Aquarians. This energy that they are either your business partner or they're an Aquarian energy's business partner. The Aquarian energy where I didn't know. I get some about deception, things of that nature. I didn't know that an Aquarian energy was tied to a Libra in that way. Protect Capricorn. So those two elements, they protect a Capricorn, but close the accounts that are in their name. So a Libra could be contacting a Libra, constantly contacting. A Libra could be constantly contacting the Aquarian, having conversations with the Aquarian, delete count. The Libra is having conversations with the Aquarian. They're sending emails to each other about Capricorn. They're sending emails to each other. They're calling each other about Capricorn and accounts that you have open, accounts and things that external Sag. They're having those conversations about a secretive account that's opened up in the Capricorn energy's name that you yourself want access to, or it's an external Sag that has that kind of access because of an Aquarian. It's an external Sag that has that kind of access because of an Aquarian, but the Libra and the Aquarian talk to each other often. The Libra and the Aquarian talk to each other often, and there's a need. Those two air sign elements, they may want to dismantle something. That's one situation, but there's also a situation here where they're aware of an account that you have a friend's name. They're aware of an account that you have open in their friend's name, and that could be something they try to close it. That could be something that they constantly keep trying to talk about or figure out ways to close that account there. That's why the Justice energy is in the starting point. But I didn't see. You didn't see that a business partner you didn't see that a business partner that you have is in love with one that you're stealing from, is in love with one that you're stealing from, or you didn't see that a business partner that you have was secretively dealing with that ostracized. A business partner that you already have, they secretively protect or they secretively deal with another business partner that you have that the spirit is saying that you ostracize, and it could the earth sign energies that external Sag or you ostracize. But I have their funds, I use their money. Libra finding it out. They're a part of a business deal. You didn't know they were tied to the Aquarian energy that way, or you didn't know about the conversations, the secretive conversations that those two elements were having to get accounts closed, multiple accounts closed, and things of that nature that you had open up in somebody's name or your own name. That's why I have so many. So when I said that's why I have so many. Like that's why I have so many. Like why do you need so many accounts? The question that the Aquarian is asking: why do you need so many accounts? Why do you have so many accounts? Or that could be the question that they keep asking each other. That's the question that a Libra and the Aquarian energy keeps asking each other. Why do you need to have accounts open up in somebody else's name? Why do you need to have multiple accounts open up in your own name? How much money are you making? The Justice energy. How much money are you making? That could be the question that a Libra and Aquarian energy have. That how much money are you making? How much money are you making that you need to have multiple accounts with other people's names on it? That you need to have other people's accounts with multiple other people's names on it, but your own. But that's how I protect my funds. So when I said that's how you protect your funds. That's why the Justice energy is here. So if it's not happening to you, if it's not happening to the Earth sign energy with their names, this could be that could be something that the Libra with the Aquarian. That could be something that a Libra is doing to you with an Aquarian. Like opening up accounts in your name. That's how they save money. So if that's happening to you and not the Earth sign, and you're not doing that to the Earth sign, or an external Sag doing that to an Earth sign, and an Aquarian and a Libra, they secretively do that to you. But I know that. So something about that you may know, but something about how much money they're putting into the accounts you may not know. And if it's you and not the Earth sign energies there, but need to talk to Aquarian. So when I say that, you really need to talk to an Aquarian energy there. They have the information, but missing address. They have the information, they have the missing address, or they have the address. Something is really important about them handling an address that you gave them, external Sag. Something is important about the Aquarian energy handling an address that you gave them or an external Sag gave them. That's why the Justice energy is there. What you're winning on is the Aries/Taurus element. It's theirs. So the address situation could be theirs, but I need theirs. So the address could be theirs. Address could be their address. It's an Aries male. It's a Taurus male. Their identification. So when I hit Taurus male, it's a Taurus male's identification that you need. They help Capricorn. So the Taurus male helps a Capricorn. It's an Aries male need their address. It's an Aries male that we need their address, or an external Sag uses theirs. An external Sag uses an Aries male / Taurus male. I keep getting identification. So every time I hit Taurus male, it's their identification that an external Sag needs, or it's you. You need it because the Aquarian energy may be helping you to that. But that's how a business runs. So when I ran through that, that's how a business runs. So either these elements these elements here, if it's an Aries and a Taurus male, they may know, they know how a business runs, willingly gave information. They know how a business runs. They willingly gave their information, but they needed to give you, or they needed, this element or one of these elements here, or both of them, they needed to give you, or an external Sag or an Aquarian, their identification to get, they needed to give you that, or give them that to get an account running, to open up an account there. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm looking at them and crazy. I'm looking at them, and you deem them to, is something crazy about them? Do they think something is crazy? External Sag. They think something that you're doing with an external Sag is crazy, or the Aquarian energy may be trying to calm them down. We need to run this business. The Aquarian energy is trying to tell this, the Aquarian could be trying to calm down one of these elements for you. They're acting out. They're acting out because the reason why they're acting out using someone's information, the reason why they're acting out is because they're aware of the way they're aware of the way you, an Aquarian, a Libra, or you, an Aquarian, and external Sag, are using the external Earth sign energies information, but they're involved. They care to an extent. They may care. That's why the Justice energy is there. To an extent, they may care, but at the same time, they're also still very involved. Need their identification. So they're still very involved. You need their identification. External Sag, Aquarian energies, they have their identification. They have their identity cards. They have their identification. But are we going to get caught? So when I said that, is, are we going to get caught? That could be a question that they have for external Sag. The Taurus/Aries male, that's a question that they have for an external Sagittarian, and possibly even an Aquarian male. That's a question that they have for that's the question that they have for an Aquarian energy. That's a male. That's a male. So it could also be female, and they're really distant. An Aquarian energy that's a female is really distant, like they're really distant. But this energy called Libra, this element may have called the Libra element as well. They could have called them complaining, where's my cut? They could have called the Libra-like element, where's my cut, and things of that nature, but don't know their secretive involvement. So the Aries/Taurus doesn't know about a Libra element. They don't know about their secretive. They don't know about their secretive involvement in a private business deal that Aquarian runs, in a private business deal that an Aquarian energy runs, or an Aquarian and external Sag run, or you and an Aquarian energy run. This element doesn't know about a Libra's involvement, but at the same need a call. At the same time, they need to call a Libra. But what are you complaining for? So I'm looking at them, and what are you complaining for? This is you could be trying to explain to them, this is college fun. You could be trying to explain to them, if a Taurus/Aries element, you could be trying to explain to them, this is going to be good for your children's college fund. This is going to be good for your college fund and things of that nature. But Libra laughing. So when I ran through that, a Libra is laughing. Like a Libra could be a Libra could be laughing because that's what they think it's for. So when I said a Libra laughing, that's the reason why a Libra is laughing. A Taurus/Aries element, they think that savings, they think that something that you're, oh, I see what's going on here. They think that something that you're doing secretively with an Aquarian and an external Sag, or just an Aquarian, they think a business, they think that it's for their college fund. That could have been that college fund, or pay off loans, whatever. They think that they will be happy if it's for that, but it's not. They will be happy if it's for that, but it's not for that. But it's really for a business that you run with an external Sag and an Aquarian, and keep that business running. That what their identifications and things of that nature, either they know what you need it for, or they don't know what you need it for, or they don't know what you need it for. Keep a business running is to keep a business running. But you could be telling this element, or however many of these elements, you could be trying to explain to them that what I'm trying to do here, the cut that's going to go to you is going to pay off your student loans and houses and mortgage and things of that nature. But they comply. So the story that you're giving them, the fib that you're giving them, they're actually complying. Something actually sounds believable that you're explaining to them all the time, but think something is crazy. So it's bringing me back to that crazy. They're starting to find out things because of Libra. They're starting to find out things because they're calling Libra. The Libra's laughing because they know how something is really being used. Wow. The present has the King of Wands energy. So the King of Wands energy could be a Leo, any other, whatever other, they're involved also. So when I hit Leo, a Leo male is also involved. You got Aries male, you got Leo males here, you got Taurus males. I did say external Sat, that's a male, and external Sagittarian energy, that's a male. All these fire are involved in business. All these fire sign males are involved in the business there, but something is also a love partnership. So when I said that intertwined in business, a love partnership that you have running here as well is intertwined in a business that you have with Taurus and Aries and Libras and Aquarian male and female energies here that wants them out. So when I hit Aquarian male and female energies there, this King of Wands energy that's in the present, they want Aquarian energies out there, but something is toxic. So they deem the Aquarian energies to be toxic there, but they get all the money or they get most of it. This energy could be complaining that an Aquarian energy gets most of the money, but I give them some too. So you give them a certain amount, but not as much as Aquarian. So you give this Leo, I'm going to go with them as a Leo. Whatever you do with the Aries, that's something, the Aries male, that their identifications, and Taurus, whatever you do there is really separate from how you handle a Leo that's a male but steals from Aquarian. So that element steals from an Aquarian, or it's your fault that a Leo male steals from an Aquarian energy there. But I'm looking at the Taurus / Aries element. They may be complaining because they have that knowledge. They may be complaining, what are you doing? They may be complaining because they have that knowledge, and they may want to know what you're trying to do there. They may want to know but disturbing people. So when I said that, the Taurus, the Aries male, like they deem you to be disturbing people here. They deem you to be disturbing, but Libra sees a Libra sees that how you dealing how you got a business going here. It's disturbing certain people. Aquarian is disturbing in Aquarian, messing up their stuff. It's just, for one, it's disturbing certain people here, and another situation here is that there is also messing up the Aquarian energy's fun. I almost said fun. It's something there could be messing up the Aquarian energy's fun. The Aquarian energy may be trying to have fun with somebody else's funds. The Aquarian energy may be trying to have fun with someone else's funds, or something is jacked up about their funds because of something is jacked up about their fund because this the element that they didn't know, this element that the Aquarian energy secretively involved. They don't know that a Leo male is secretively involved in a business deal here, but need to have them together to have a meeting. So you need to have an Aquarian energy meet with a Leo, whatever fire sign. There's a lot of men here. You need to have an Aquarian energy. You need to have an Aquarian energy meet with this ASAP. You need to have an Aquarian energy meet with a Leo ASAP. Whatever fire sign male external. An Aquarian energy needs to meet with an external Sag about their money. An Aquarian energy needs to meet with an external Sag about their money. An Aquarian needs to meet with a Leo, set them up to meet, to talk with each other, but they're taking something from them. This could be a situation here where you have something really interesting set up here, Aquarian stuff. You have something really interesting set up here with the Aquarian energy's information, their things, but it has their name. It has something to do with their name. Gave it to this person. So when I said that, you gave the okay, you gave a Leo, like a Leo male, you gave them an Aquarian energy's name, but crossing boundaries. So when I said that, something's going on with crossing a boundary with that. This element knows you did that. Same thing happening to them. The Taurus / Aries male, like they saw you do that, or they know that you do that, but the same thing is happening to them, but doesn't care about Aquarian. So the same kind of shit may be going on with them, but there's also another situation where they may not care about the Aquarian name being used. They may not care that the Aquarian energy's name is being used. The Aquarian energy's name wrongly. The Aquarian energy's name is being used wrongly, but they don't see. So when I said the Aquarian energy's name being used wrongly, that their name, like they don't see. I'm looking at the Leo. They don't see that their name is being. They don't see that their name is being used wrongly. However you want to look at name being used wrongly, like name being used wrongly is like it's literally somebody has it copied onto. Literally somebody has it copied onto mail, or and multiple copies. Or that could be one situation. Or I keep getting it's their fault. Every time I go on these examples, it's a Leo's fault that's happening. It's a Leo's fault that's happening to an Aquarian. But the Aquarian doesn't see that happening, but thinks someone likes them, or thinks someone Leo male thinks a Leo male gets along with them. Whatever fire sign that's a male, external Sag, you are that Sag. You could be doing it with this person on an Aquarian. Or if it's not stamping somebody's name or having somebody's name show up on bills, Aquarians, it's the Aquarian energy's name and things that show up on bills and things of that nature. Taurus knows that. So when I said the Taurus knows that, or the Taurus, the same kind of shit may happen to them, not as bad as Aquarian. The same kind of shit may happen to them like that, but not as bad as the Aquarian energy. Not as bad as them. But why are you doing that to them? So when I said that, why the Taurus may be trying to figure out why you're doing that to an Aquarian, but fire sign, this energy may not care. This energy may not care, but meets with Aquarian often. So the King of Wands energy that's in the present, they meet with an Aquarian energy often. It could be your fault that a Leo meets with an Aquarian energy often, but they're giving away their information, and they're just giving away their information, and they don't even know that this person's stealing from them. The Aquarian energy thinks that this element is agreeing with them, or they're just giving this element. They're just giving this element their information. Thinks that they like, or thinks that they are agreeing with them. But it could be your fault that they're having those kind of meetings together, stealing from. They're stealing from that element. They're stealing from that element, but it's my fault. So every time I say that, justice energy, it's my fault. It's your fault. Whatever's going on with the Taurus, it's your fault. Capricorn, it's some interesting going on with the Capricorn energies, and these elements are involved, but craziness is also going on with them. But the Aquarian knows. The Aquarian energy knows, but something interesting is also going on with them. It's a chain reaction of people stealing from each other. It's a chain reaction of people stealing from each other, people using each other's names on mailing addresses and things that heavily happening to Aquarian. So I'm going on these examples, and it's heavily happening to the Aquarian. They don't know. And they set up somebody. So when I said that, they could be trying to set up someone on a Leo that you set up to meet with them. They could be starting to find out something. Justice energy, the Aquarian is starting to find out something. Is a Leo male starting to find out something? Taurus been knew something. When I hit Taurus, they've been knew something. Leo starting to find out something. Aquarian starting to find out something about Leo. Whatever. Or the Aquarian energy hooked up someone. The Aquarian energy is trying to hook up someone to stalk your business partner, or an external Sag energy, their business partner. And they're taking something from them. And the only reason why they know that is because it's someone that they hooked up that you've never seen, and you saw them, or you've never seen them, or you've never seen them, or you've seen them, and it could be a Taurus that has remorse for. Taurus may have a remorse for an Aquarian. Taurus may have remorse for some element here, or it could be something that you're doing with the Aquarian on the Taurus, and this element may have remorse for. That's why they're doing something to the Aquarian. The Leo male may have remorse for the Taurus, and that could be why they're doing something on their own to an Aquarian that you asked them to do. Oh, I see what's going on here. Either that you asked them to do, or they're just doing something on their own. They don't like Aquarian, so they're just doing something on their own because they don't like an Aquarian. Taurus knows they don't like an Aquarian. Why do you keep setting it up? The Taurus is like, why do you keep setting those two elements up to meet with each other all the time? And they don't, and somebody knows deep down inside intuitively that somebody doesn't like the Aquarian energy here. So if the Taurus may not like them, or the Leo doesn't like them, it just depends on what's going on there. But they think that they like each other. It just depends on what's going on. Good Lord. The Four of Swords energy is in the future, Sag, okay? Your instincts has the Queen of Cups energy there. So Queen of Cups, a Scorpio. So the Queen of Cups is a Scorpio female. Could also be whatever water sign, Cancerian female. Now, all of them lie. All water sign females lie. Like something, they all lie about their involvement. They all lie about their involvement here with Leos and Taurus. Protect Taurus. So water sign females protect a Taurus. Does a Cancer? Do they protect their man? A Cancerian energy. One of these elements here is a Cancerian energy's man. The Aries could be a Cancerian energy's partner. An external Sag could be Cancerian energy's partner. Scorpio, whatever female, water sign female partner. One of these elements is, but they don't know. One of these elements here is tied to these water sign females. However many of these elements are tied to what I didn't see, I didn't know. So when I said it, I didn't see, I didn't know. Or the Aquarian energy, their X. The Aquarian energy's X is shown up here also in the instincts. But I found them. So the Aquarian energy's X, you found them. You found them. So dug them up from somewhere, or you went on Facebook to find them through somebody's profile. So you went on Facebook to find a Queen of Cups energy that's tied to an Aquarian. You found them but left something on. So when I said that, the Aquarian energy could have left something on. Or did you leave something on in order to find this person? Somebody could have left on they could have left their Facebook, what do you call it? They could have left on their phone or their computer. They could have left their what do you call it? Their Facebook logged in. They could have left their Instagram open, so you could whatever. Somebody could have left that so you could find this person. Somebody could have left that open on purpose, or it was just left open by accident, and that could be how you Aquarian's X. That could be how you're finding an Aquarian energy's X. Something is really important about finding. Something is really important about their ex. Something is important about their ex being involved in a situation, but deals with this person, their ex or their current lover, their current partner, or their sibling, whatever it is, their partner, the Queen energy's partner, the Queen of Cups is one of these energies partners. The Queen is coming is attached to this element. Their ex. It's their ex that this element is dealing with, that a Leo male is dealing with, and someone's going on crazy. Someone's going on crazy with the Aquarian energy dealing with this element. They don't know that this element is dealing with their ex or talking to their current partner. But that's shady. So when I said that something is really shady about you doing that, or something is really shady about stealing stuff. Something's really shady about a Leo male taking an Aquarian energy's things, but they're taking it and they're dealing with their woman. They're taking their things and at the same time they're also dealing with their woman. They're also, if the Aquarian energy is a male, this energy that you hooked up to meet up with them, their own business partner is taking something from them and they're dealing with their woman, but it's my fault. So it's your fault that this energy, this Leo male, whichever male, Aries male, whatever external Sag, that this energy is dealing with the Aquarian's ex or their main woman that they have now. If it's an Aquarian energy that's a male, it could be an Aquarian female that the energy protects also. These Queen of Cups, they protect Aquarians with an S. They protect Aquarian male and female energies there. But Leo doesn't like. Every time I say that, Leo doesn't like them. Or Leo doesn't like the idea. The Leo, if they don't only like, if they only just don't like the Aquarian, they don't like the protected. They still don't like the idea of the Aquarian energy being protected. But guardian angels, so that element may have guardian angels. The Aquarians with S have guardian angels. The Leo is not the Leo is not their guardian angel. It's not their guardian angel, but at the same time dealing with their woman. At the same time, this element is dealing with their woman. Is this if you're a dude, is this element dealing with the Queen of Cups energy could be your love partner. Queen of Cups energy could be your love partner. Is this energy, if they're a Leo male, whatever fire sign that's a male, are they dealing with your love partner, business partner? They are also dealing with your business partner, but it could be your fault that this energy is dealing with your business partner. But I also get sibling. It's your fault that a Leo male is dealing with your sibling. Queen of Cups could be your sibling, your lover, whatever, that is dealing with your business partner, or something strange is going on with the Aquarian. They have their information. Something strange is going on with the Aquarian energy. The Leo has their information. Or the Taurus. They may have these energies have the Aquarian energies information, but their owns are being dispersed. I'm looking at the Taurus and the Aries male. Their own is being dispersed. Their own, but they have copies of Aquarian. They have copies of Aquarian. There are copies of Aquarian energy information. Wow. The accomplishment has the Wheel of Fortune is right next to the Justice card there. So the wheel, household. The Wheel of Fortune is something that's going on interesting in your house. Something interesting that is going on. You can have a business inside of your house. Something that interesting is going on in a business deal with Libras. And all these men. Something interesting going on. You could be a female. You're dealing with multiple men here. and something is really interesting what you hooked up those men to do. Something is really interesting about what you hooked up each of those men to do. That each of if you're female, each of these men have a responsibility, but they're all taking something from each other. So each of these men have a responsibility, but they're all taking stuff because of you, that each of them is going against each other, set up each other, dealing with each other's exes and partners, and that could be why there's angst. You're creating angst in a business deal with these men. You're creating angst in a business deal with these men. If you're a woman, you're creating angst between these energies. These energies. One of these, if they're not only family, then they're love partners and things of that nature. You know. There could be love partners that using their information. It could be love partners that you set up love partners. You could have set up love partners to deal with each other's information in this way, but that's why something's falling back on you. So when I said that could be why something is falling back on you like that. That could be why something is falling back on you. Wheel of Fortune right next to the Justice card. You know what I mean? It's an accomplishment thing. You're gonna have to close down something. It's an accomplishment. You're thinking that you're thinking that you're gonna have to stop running a shady business. You're thinking you're gonna have to stop running shady business. Or if it's not a shady, it's nothing. Maybe necessarily shady about the business. It could be shadily run. Like the business may be okay, but it's something is happening shady, like that's happening in it. But information. So when I said shady, like it has to do with information, or how information is being dispersed and things of that nature. Taurus, Leo, after Aquarian. The Taurus and the Leo are after an Aquarian. Aries, the after Aquarian, they're after. It's your fault. They're after an Aquarian energy. It's male. It's your fault. They're after the Aquarian energy's male. Using the Aquarian energy's male. Copies of their name and whatever, but copy machine. Somebody could be taking somebody's mail but want to get back at it. Somebody could be taking somebody's mail and running it through a copy machine. But it's like this is like taking an envelope with somebody. Taurus does that. This is like taking an envelope with somebody's name on it, taking the mail out and taking it to the post office, have it reprinted, taking it to the post office, bribing somebody and paying somebody to reprint that with somebody's name on it and using it again. That they get away with that. So the Taurus / Aries element, that's a male, they get away with that kind of stuff. Or it's a Leo helps them. It's a Leo that helps them do that. It's a Leo that helps them do that. And what did the Aquarian energy do that extreme? What did the Aquarian energy do that extreme to have these males against them? To have them against them in that way, and it stole a woman. So when I said, what did they do? When I said, what did they do to have these energies against them in that way, so that they stole somebody's woman, or these elements are trying to get. This is craziness. This is like the Aquarian energies woman, it got involved with this person. The Aquarian energies woman, that if it's an Aquarian energy that's a male, their woman got involved with, intertwined with this energy's craziness. Their woman got intertwined with this energy's craziness somehow. And that could be why want to get back at. That could be why a Leo male wants to get back at them. Or the Aquarian energy using their stuff. The Aquarian energy could be using their stuff, but it's your fault they're using their stuff. They want to get back at, and they want to get back at, but they're getting back at them really crazy. I keep getting printing out things and post office with that Aquarian energy's name on it. And then there's another situation here where they're also going after somebody's woman. They're also trying to go after somebody's woman, or they secretly sleep with somebody's woman, or they deal with somebody's woman, somebody's man. In business, love, or sex, they secretly dealing with somebody's man, somebody's woman. But it's my fault. So when I said it's your fault. It's your fault. Well, the spiritual self has the Four of Cups right now. What they did, the Four of Cups energy is right next to the Taurus / Aries male, is what they did. But it's my fault. Every time I said it, it's your fault. That's why the Four of Cups is in the spiritual self. It's your fault. But want to retract. So the Four of Cups in the spiritual self, you want to retract from Taurus. You leave them alone. So wanting to retract from a Taurus, the spirit is like, leave them alone. Let them be. Stop using their stuff. Leave them alone. Let them be. Stop using their stuff. Stop asking them for their thing. Aquarians. Stop asking them for an Aquarian's things. Should they stop asking you for an Aquarian energy's things? But not using intuition into why they're doing that. So when I said that, you're not using your intuition into why a Taurus wants that. You're not using your intuition into why. But two men after. So when I said two men are after you, two men are after an external Sag. Two men are after an Aquarian energy that's a male or female. It's my fault. Every time I go on those examples, it's your fault. It's your fault. Four of Cups right next to them, but get them out of the business. Four of Cups right next to them, get them out of the business. They shouldn't be in something like this with you anymore for some reason, okay? Mentality has the 10 of Cups energy there, but family. So you're thinking about families. These Cups energy reside with the water sign energies that are females. If you're a female, male, whatever, you could be embodying Queen of Cups energy there, but I'm hurting. So if you're whether you're a male or female, you're embodying Queen of Cups energy, you're hurting. Like something is hurting you, what you did. Something about what you did is hurting you. Something about what you know an external Sag is doing. Something about what you know an external Sag is doing is hurting you. This energy could be bothering Aquarian. They could be this energy. The King of Wands could be an external Sag that's bothering an Aquarian. That's bothering you. That's bothering a Taurus. Or it's a Leo that doesn't like Aquarian. It's a Leo that doesn't like an Aquarian. But something's crazy is going on. Men. Something's crazy heavy going on with multiple men here. In a business deal, in a household. Family is intertwined in business and love and things of that nature, but there's angst. Family intertwined with business and love, there's angst here. And lovers and exes, Aquarians. When I say lovers and exes, it's the Aquarians. The Aquarian energy could be your ex or your love partner, or or they're just a part of a business deal. Hurt them. There's a part of a business deal, but something is hurting them, or you hurt them, or someone that you're dealing with is trying to hurt them because they don't like them, or they don't want them in something. Taurus, a Leo male, whatever. Something is sad when I said that also. So that's why the Four of Swords is in the future. The swords reside with the Libra, but they're really extracted all of a sudden. So the swords reside with the Libra also, but all of a sudden a Libra is really extracted. Like all of a sudden they just disappear. They don't want to be involved. They disappeared out of nowhere. They're laughing at things that nature. Taurus kept calling them. Laughing at things that nature. Taurus kept calling them. Taurus kept hitting them up. Taurus kept whatever it is that they were trying to do to them. So they're like, I'm done. I'm disappearing from this bullshitness that is going on here. But the Four of Swords, if it's not only the Libra, it's the Aquarian energy crying. It's the Aquarian energy crying, like someone's going on with them crying, or they're just sad, but knows that someone's after them. So when I said that somebody, they know that someone or somebody is after them, or they know secretive thought Taurus has. They know secretive thoughts that a Taurus has, or this Leo male, external Sag male doesn't like. They don't like them. It's making them sad that they don't like them. So they're crying and things behind the closed doors, under pillows and whatever. When I said that, I get smoking. So that could be why they smoke, or they drink, or they have some type of addictive habit because of of people's behavior with them, or something that they're finding out that a Taurus said. Something they're finding out that a Taurus said. A thought a Taurus has. Well. The Ten of Cups energy. Something's going on with. You may need to communicate with family. But I keep getting ex. Your ex could be communicating with their family. Are you rolling like this with an ex partner? Are you rolling like this with a current lover? Or an external Sag does that with this person? Or it's happening to a Taurus? Or it's happening to the Aquarian? Or something they're moving with their family. The Aquarian could be going to move with their family, out of nowhere. Or they could have went to go visit their family because of what you're doing. They could have went to go visit their family or their friend because of what they found out that you're doing. Or someone that you're dealing with, I keep getting is bothering them. Someone that you're dealing with is bothering them. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles energy is in the changing position. So the Ace of Pentacles being that is changing, not looking for a job. So the Ace of Pentacles, you're not looking for a new job. Someone's scheming also. So you something crazy that's going on here could be your way. It could be how you scheme Aquarian. Could be how you're trying to scheme an Aquarian, or something that's going on here implies that you do scheme certain people, but people are starting to realize that you are doing that. Something is embarrassing about that. So people are realizing that you are doing that, and something is embarrassing about that. That's why the Four of Cups is in the spiritual self, right next to them. Right next to the Taurus / Aries male. But still looking. I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles. You may not be looking, but there's also this element here. You still may be looking for a new job or a new business partners, new business deal, but think someone else could do something better. New business deal. You think someone external could do something better, and it could be the Aquarian, whatever. But who you have in the business deal hurting them? I keep feeling that feeling. Who you have in a business deal with the Aquarian energy is somebody. One of those elements, or these elements here, who they're tied to. Well, these elements here, who they're tied to, is bothering the Aquarian. They're bothering them indirectly or directly, and they themselves don't know that. But receiving threats. So they themselves don't know that, but they're receiving threats from these elements or these elements partners. These elements, their lovers, their business partners, external. Trying to keep. I'm looking at Ace of Pentacles. You're trying to keep a business running. You're trying to keep certain people in a business that you're running. But people may be deceiving each because of you. People are deceiving each other because of you. So, or something that you did, or thought you have, a move you made, or that you're trying to make. It just depends on what's going on. So they're trying to stop yourself from looking at a new business partner. You're trying to stop yourself from looking at a new business partner. You're trying to stop yourself from doing that. Or a new business period. the King of Cups energy is going towards the Four of Swords. So King of Cups, you got a lot of water sign energy. They're family. These water sign energies are also family if they're not love partners. These water sign energies, the King of Cups energy, Pisces. The King of Cups energy is a Pisces male. Could be any water sign male. It could be a Scorpio male. It could be a Cancer male. Deals with Leo. When it's Scorpio male, they deal with a Leo. You deal with, or it's a Cancerian energy that's a male. Whatever water sign energy that's a male, they don't want to work with you anymore. So water sign males don't want to work with you anymore. They don't want to work with you anymore for some reason. They don't want to work with you anymore. The Four of Swords going towards the future is, like I said, resides with the air sign that are coming back in. Is residing with the air sign elements that are coming back in, but had to heal from a past issue that you put them through, or that they put themselves through with your business partners, your lovers, your family members. That could be why they're coming back in. Doesn't want them to. The King of Cups energy doesn't want the air sign elements to come back in. As I said, Libra leaving and dealing with Libras. Something's going on with functionality with that element. Libra leaving and dealing with Libras. Something was going on with them with their functionality and things of that nature. That could be why they retracted and laughing and acting crazy and things of that nature. Causing people to drink and smoke and go and doing all that. That element is doing all that because of the business deal that you have them in, or people that are in the business deal with you are bothering them. Are they bothering some elements in the business deal here? It just depends on what's going on. It could be what you constantly need that element to do all the time also. If it's an Aquarian energy or a Taurus, Leo. Leo may lie about certain things as well, but their involvement. A Leo lies about their involvement with something that's happening here. King of Cups energy, but you're gonna have to stay with them. Something's going on with them that they may not like. Something that's going on here that you have going on. Do they not like you? Something may be limited with you dealing with them, but they're gonna have to stay somewhere with you temporarily. That could be something that they're trying to do temporarily, right? Until these air sign elements come back. And when they come back, and then they will probably leave you alone. Then they will leave you alone. But the reason the Four of Swords in the future, because it's the reason into why the air sign elements even left temporarily period to come back. But it has something to do with your business partners. It has something to do with your business partners. It's something that your business partners or your whatever family, whatever, it's something that they did to them, or something that they're finding out that they did to them. It's the Aquarian, the Libras. They're coming back. Not so much. The Libra didn't really do anything. They just know why Aquarian left. They just know why an Aquarian energy left. That's why the Four of Swords is in the future there. I'm looking at the King of Cups. They're just temporary. Like the King of Cups energy is just temporarily somewhere with you. They're just temporary until the air sign elements come back. We're gonna wait till they're gone. So when I said until the air sign elements come back, they're gonna wait till a Leo is gone before they return. And that could be what a King knows. That could be what a King of Cups energy knows. That could be what they know. Four Swords. What I did. Four Swords. What you did. But you may have done it unintentionally. You may have done it unintentionally. You did or you did not. But it caused someone to act interesting. It caused someone to act really interesting here. All right. Whichever one of these elements here acting interesting. Let's see what the outcome is here. Who is this? Sag. Five of Pentacles again? Oh, wait. That was from another thing. Five of Pentacles energy. I'm going to lose money. Five of Pentacles energy. You're thinking that you're going to lose money? You're thinking business partners leave and taking temporary trips and with money I gave them. Business partners leaving or lovers or whatever, taking temporary trips and whatever with money that you gave them. But that's why I said earlier on the reading, you may have given Aquarius, whoever, you may have given somebody money temporarily to hold it. But they use it, but you may not want them to use a certain percentage of it. It just depends on what's going on. That's why Five of Pentacles energy is there. I'm gonna have to find a temporarily. I'm gonna have to find that's why I said the King of Cups energy is temporary. I'm gonna have to find a temporary business partner, stalker, but a temporary person to watch over this business for me. That you're thinking that won't use the money, that won't use too much of what you hold there. Just use what the Aquarian energy brings back, or what Taurus has, what they gather. Just use what those elements gather, what they have kept away. But the King of Cups energy, they're just temporary, while somebody's gone. That's why Five of Pentacles energy is there, or something, or like I said from the beginning, something could be going on with accounts and people's names. And I get Taurus, that something about that is tied to the Taurus for some reason. That's why they're finding it out. It's a Five of Pentacles because they're finding it out, Capricorn and Taurus and whatever. That could be why the Aquarian energy disappears from them, or that could be why that element disappears all the time. But scared of someone. So they disappear randomly because they're scared of somebody. Are you disappearing from someone because you're scared of them? That's why I did get, earlier on in the reading, I did get scared and nervous and awkward feelings around Earth sign energies. Their stuff. It has to do with their stuff. That you did. Their money, Aquarian has. Their money, Aquarian has. The Aquarian energy uses, and that could be why threats. That could be why they're receiving threats from a King of Wands energy. And the disappearing of things. Oh. Let me do another outcome on the Five of Pentacles real quick. Five of Wands. All these fives. So the number 5 may be really important for some reason. Fives. What's that? A 10. What is it? November 10th may be important. November 5th. That could be when something comes out about Aquarian. That could be when something interesting going on with the Aquarian. Something is going to happen there. Or money that they have that you ask them to hold. Money that they have, you ask them to hold. You ask them to hold it. But they're using it. They're using it or they're not using it. You ask them to hold something. You could have asked. It's fire sign energy. It could be something. You could be arguing with external fire sign energies about Capricorn's money. You could be arguing with external fire sign energies about Capricorn's money. Taurus money. How Taurus money being used? Accounts, names. Wow. Five of Wands with the Five of Pentacles energy there. You need to be good to certain business partners here before they act out. You may need to be nice to certain business partners here before they act out. An external Sag, a Leo. They're going to go after an Aquarian. Every time I say Leo, they're going to go after an Aquarian energy. They're going to go after them. Go after them. Like physically go after them. It could be why they disappear and things all the time. Hiding like mice, and whatever is going on is interesting there, but because of money or someone else's money. Wow. All right, Sag, let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.